Well, I'm very honored to be asked to say a few words. And I decided to speak in English. I didn't know actually whether I would speak in Dutch or English, but I know you speak English, so I decided to prepare this talk in English. I think our encounter goes back to 2014 through mutual friends that we met each other. I met you and your brothers, and you had already a history behind you, being educated, or born in Bhutan, educated in Dharamsala as a traditional tanka painter. Then you traveled to Belgium to finish the art academy there. And then, skilled as a traditional tanka painter, you decided to develop as a contemporary artist. Because in tanka painting you tell the life of Buddha and the other gods, and you're quite anonymous as an artist. But as a contemporary artist, you have a voice, and you decided, with your strong personality, to use your voice. To use your voice for the people in Tibet, and the voice of Tibet that cannot be heard in Tibet itself, to spread it around the world. And I think your strong personality and your development as a contemporary artist, because our roads crossed a few times, we followed, me and my husband, because I'm also staying here on behalf of my husband, who is a museums director in Amersfoort, of the general director of all the museums. We followed your voyages and the meaning your art added to many galleries, museums, and once in Utrecht we were happy to open one of your exhibitions in a place in the midst of Utrecht, in the Hogeland, yes. But I think what is very special about you is that you give a voice to the Tibetan people, but also to Tibetan artists. A voice that cannot be heard in Tibet. And when I was here visiting in 2021, you showed me a lot of works of contemporary Tibetan artists back in Delhi, and you explained to me that these artists could never be heard in Tibet or China itself. And that it would be even very difficult to let those works travel back to the artists. And I think it's very important because this is the only place in the world where contemporary Tibetan artists are being shown.
Yes, it's the only registered museum.
I'm sorry?
It's only the registered museum.
Exactly. Because that is a great achievement, what you did here with your team, because I know there are many people and many volunteers involved in trying to run this or running this place.
Yes.
And getting a museum registration in the Netherlands is a hard job. So I have to congratulate also you, because you did a lot of the work to get this registration, and it's a very important token of acknowledgement that the voice of Tibetan artists is heard. If it cannot be heard in Tibet, it now can be heard here. And I think your strong conviction that it's important to hear this voice makes this place. And I think we all have to thank you very much that you were able to be this great inspirator behind this place. So I think Lama Tashi Norbu and his team deserves a big applause for that.